Hello and welcome to Nightmares of Future Past episode 2. Joining us today is Darkside and Shuro. So, last we left off, the party managed to somewhat become associates with the Justice League, helped in the capture of a bad guy before they went into back to their hangout. Shadow won't be here this episode, but we do have Shiro joining us. Uh, so as we start episode 2, wow, my brain just stopped working. As you guys are in your hangout, uh, Dark Tide, one of your associates you occasionally work with, Shiro shows up because he got to watch you on the news kick some butt. Interact, you two.
You mean get the crap kicked out of me?
What's new?
Cheryl, there are abominations in the city, and Batman
Heard.
has done nothing about it. So we are trying to replace his nothingness. Yes,
Hmm.
um, I was knocked out. It was very uncomfortable.
So tell me more about this enemy that we're facing.
There are multiple enemies. They are mechanical and tall and vicious and hit like a Mack truck. And we have, or at least I have, you were not around. I have a communicator from the Justice League. So
Nice.
they see or find these creatures, they will probably ask us to go find and create havoc for them.
Ah,
Uh, at this moment, uh, excuse me. Why that burp really set me off. Gotta love stress related gas. Um, you guys both receive a message from someone you occasionally work with, known as Captain Sewer. Uh,
What do you want, Captain Sewer?
well, it's a message, not a call.
Right.
And it's he's asking you to meet you. He's asking you guys to meet him at Gotham Pier because he has a proposal for you.
Eh. Shall we go and see what it is that the Captain of Sewers want?
yeah, sure.
To Gotham Pier.
Yeah. Which
Yes.
Shiro is able to hop on his motorcycle and go vroom vroom, while everyone's favorite sword wielding hero decides to just take off because he can fly on the wind. Dun, dun, dun.
Fast as Shadow can run, but we know that.
Yeah. So it doesn't take you guys very long to get there. Takes Jay a few moments longer because he has to deal with traffic. Uh, there's certain parts of the city were messed up during the previous attack. Uh, so after a few moments after you guys get there, you guys can see a old cutter pulling up to the pier, and it has a weird paint job on it and a familiar face. And after he pulls up, uh, and secures the boat, Captain Sewer gets off, and he says, "Ah, hello, old chums. I have an
Captain of
idea.
Sewer, you have an idea. What is
Yes,
this
Let's
idea?
hear it.
I because due to if you watch the news, lots of heroes are having problems because something
Yes.
is unheroing them. I say until this stuff gets sorted out, we form our own hero group and we become a legit hero group because none of my stuff is going hey wonkers. None of your stuff is going hey wonkers. So,
Shadow also is not Haywonker, as you say.
yeah. So I say as we go on, we try to recruit and get together some of the heroes we've worked with that are just like us considered no one's in the hero scene. Because we're not big leaguers, we're not super known. People aren't like, yes, we know exactly who that is. And because there's a Fantasy now, we get to be big heroes now because the people don't have a choice but now to rely on us.
But this
So,
happens when Superman is no longer super.
or people like the Flash is now deflashed. So, like I said, lots of heroes are having problems. Both big leaguers, small leaguers, and from what I've heard, so are bad guys. So I think
Well,
we should
whatever it
form
was,
our own group, and to better influence you guys, as you can see, I have my own boat.
of
Uh,
course, you're a watcher.
well, yeah, I'm Captain Sewers. I use this to uh, get to certain parts of the area, but I mainly use it to get to my secret headquarters. Because yes, I spent my pay. I saved up my paycheck and may have spent my uh, pension on buying something.
Yeah.
Uh, so I can provide us a base of operations. That's not some like
What,
shinky clubhouse or anything, but a legit facility where we, as the new boys on the block, can operate in a location that's not some easy thing to get to. Not some like, oh, anyone can just show up and walk in. Because I know where you guys are hang out with because I hung out you with there before. Anyone can get there. So what do you say? You want to team up with me?
Sure.
well,
I don't
do
see a
you
problem with it.
have access to the road so that Shiro can ride his motorcycle?
Unfortunately, if you can't fly or swim, I have to use the boat to get you from the base uh, back and forth. But I know a spot to hide his bike here at the pier. So whoever can get him from the base to the pier can get him from the base to the pier. pier, so he can then hop on his Shero mobile and take off in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, because his motorcycle being stolen would
non-aquatic
be.
or
It is
stolable.
non-aquatic.
Yeah. Uh,
But if he were to have it stolen, it would put a cramp in his style.
that's an understatement. Uh,
I don't know. Do you have anti-theft on your motorcycle, Shiro?
No.
Hmm.
no, but I said I know a spot to hide it.
Well then, I think that maybe this would be a good idea for at least now.
Yeah,
Maybe later.
yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
continuously.
well, it's a problem that we can eventually take care of.
We need a ramp from your base to the surface and the road so that Shiro can
Well,
store
it
his.
by adding easy land access for him means we're adding easy access to everyone, and it makes finding and getting to the base easier for those who wish us harm. So finding some other way for his bike or for his bike to get to and from or him to get to and from is something we're going to have to work on. But it's also another reason why I have the boat, because I'm not sure how many other heroes we can wrangle up, but I do know a lot of the lower class heroes, such as ourselves, aren't aquatic based or able to fly or run really fast. Does you and Shadow can make it to my this location relatively easy because, well, Shadow runs really fast and you can fly. But that being
Shiro,
said, hop on my boat.
okay. Wait, where's this place that Shiro can put his motorcycle?
Uh, right there by the pier, there's a sewer grade entrance. He just put it there.
Okay.
Shiro, you will have to figure out how to turn your motorcycle into a Sea-Doo.
A
You
water
must have a
bike.
transforming
A water
motorbike.
bike, yeah.
No, but you're able to hide the bike, and then you guys can hop on his tough little cutter, as then he speeds off with you guys in it. Doesn't take very long to get to a old and forgotten National Guard little base. Uh, from the outside, it does look a little rundown and stuff, but after he parks the boat, you guys are able to get in. He goes, "This is just the cover." As you guys are able to get into an elevator that leads down into the part of the water where the actual base is under the water. And he goes, that dock and stuff up there is the secret way to get in and out of this here.
You
Nice.
really did put a lot of paychecks into this.
A lot. I have working communication systems, computer systems. There's a fire prevention system in here. We're isolated, concealed, obviously. I got living space. I got our own power system, and there's a security system. So if someone goes to screw this place can defend itself. Uh,
I hope you
but
did not put yourself into debt for this.
don't ask questions about my finances, please. Uh, but follow me to the gear storage. I got some stuff I want to show you guys. And he leads
Lead
you
on.
into an area with lots of random gadgets in it. It says, this is where we can use to put some of our spare stuff, or if you just want to have yourself somewhere where you feel it's safe and protected. But I was able to get a few things for you guys, like our own personal comm systems. I got a couple of those. Uh, here's one for you, Shiro, and here's one for you, Dark Tide. I only got one more spare, so whoever managed to get in, can get one. Um, but at the moment, I don't have access to more. Uh, I got a spare multi tool, so if you guys want a multi tool, you can. We are going to take a quick pause. Cause we have to take care of something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, sorry for that. We took care of that problem. Uh, oh, as I realized I had the wrong thing up. Uh, joining this episode is the hero Ren. So now we're going to get into her reaction and how we're getting her involved. Thank you for your patience and for continuing to watch. Now it's when you use your mental communication, please.
Okay, so I use my mental communication to attempt to reach out to Dark Tide, who I recently saw on television for some reason and am concerned about what was going on.
Ren, how can I help you?
You want to tell me what's going on, buddy?
I got my, I got my, I got a Mack truck hit me. That is what happened. It was very painful, and Shadow had to pull me out of combat. We are at Captain Sewer's hideout that he spent lots of money on.
Can you not? Oh wait, no, this is mental. Never mind.
So, where are you?
I was at home.
Well, yes. You should have seen Shadow, and a couple of others who we see from time to time. It was a monstrosity, and it
Well,
was.
usually people only talk about getting hit by a Mack truck hypothetically or metaphorically. So yeah, I'm gonna say
This felt
that
very,
it
very
was
real.
a monstrosity.
It was mechanical, and um, because Superman is no longer super, and Flash is no longer flashing, the Justice League called on Shadow and I.
Well,
And
apparently that wasn't a fucking great idea. Oh, sorry.
it was, however, Steve was ultimately the one that took the monstrosity down. It is now at the Justice League Annex.
Good for them.
Yes, they can have it. Would
Okay.
you like us to pick you up at the dock?
For what?
The dock, so that Captain
Not
Seward,
where. What? For what?
to be brought to Captain Seward's lair that he is offering for us to use.
Who's Captain Sewer? That sounds awful. No, I don't want to go there.
It is very nice here. I don't know why he calls himself Captain Sewer. He just has.
Hmm.
It is very clean and spacious, and he spent a lot of money.
I love your reaction.
Oh, who? Me?
Yeah,
Yes, you.
that was hilarious.
Sorry, I don't know how to do the out of game for over over this. Uh,
Uh, well, when it comes to out of game stuff, um, it's either you go to the out of game voice channel. If it's something actually evolving game, if you have to awkwardly stare at a person who's standing by you because they're trying to get your attention when it's my time, you just mute yourself and then yell at them and then unmute and rejoin the game.
okay. Eh. All right, we can. Give me one moment.
Why do you call yourself Captain Sewer?
It's like, uh, For starters, the sewers are real easy to get around from place to place. Um, and when people see you using manhole covers to get pop up somewhere and disappear into, they start to spread rumors. Uh, and it doesn't help the fact that sometimes, yeah, the sewer has a way of making you smell bad if you spend too much time in it.
It is a sewer.
Yeah, yeah. That, as you can tell from my attire, it's somewhat reminiscent of a sewer worker.
I didn't hear any of this happen, right?
Nope.
Because I'm still over here talking to
uh,
Dark Tide.
but he goes, yeah, I have a spare multi tool if one of you guys want to use it. Um, I have a GPS to help me do stuff. I have a spare night vision goggles. If you guys want some gas masks, I have 2 extra pairs of that. I got binoculars. I got 2 pairs of restraints, a lock release gun. I got a camera and a video camera to help take evidence and stuff like that. And I also have a med kit.
Well, with Shadow not being here, a medkit is good. So Ren, are you willing to come to his lair? He he's been running in and out of the sewers and popping through and entering and exiting through manhole covers. The name is unfortunate and not his fault.
I mean, but why? Why am I going to the sewer?
You're not,
I was checking on you,
and I am
Mister.
here.
I got hit by a Mack truck.
It was a Mack truck. I am here, and if you and I'm sure he would. I'm sure we could use another person to help us when the Justice League calls asking for our help.
I didn't reach out to join the Justice League. I reached out to check on you. What do you need me for? I'm sitting at home minding my own business, watching the news.
You are psychic. That is why we need you. You can read thoughts. And because of this, you are uniquely qualified to figure out if there is danger.
I can't read the thoughts of a robot.
Well, no, but in general,
I mean, was the thing piloted? Did somebody do this to you? Because right now it just sounds like something showed up and decided it was going to ruin your day. Literally.
we showed up at its to
to ruin its
we showed
day.
up because we were asked to take it down. It was very hard to do so. It hit me.
I imagine so. I mean, I'll come check on you. I don't even know if you're conscious right now because.
I am very much awake.
Okay, well, that's promising for now.
For now. Yes, I am
For
awake
now.
for now.
Okay, where am I meeting you? Because like, there's a lot of manhole covers in
No,
this city, and
it is
that just sounds like a bad idea.
the pier. We will meet you at the pier.
Gotham's Pier.
Well,
You're
it's
not hearing
obviously
this.
Gotham. It can be assumed Gotham's pier because, well, you're in the city of Gotham. So what other pier you're gonna go to other than the city's pier?
I guess I'm glad there's only one.
Yes. Sewer, Captain Sewer. Sorry. My friend Ren is going to meet us at the pier.
Isn't she one of those weird mind reader people?
Yes, she is, but she is useful and friendly.
Well,
Who
well,
are you
just,
talking to?
well,
Because I can
just,
still hear your thoughts.
yeah. Um, well, I'll take my last comm link just in case. That way, we can get a
It is
hold of
Captain
her
Seward.
without
We are
her
coming to
having to
get you.
constantly strain herself. So, tell her to. Well, I mean, we'll be there by the time she gets there, unless she can teleport.
We go to the pier. We will be waiting for you, or we'll meet you there.
Okay.
Uh, which those at the lair can easily go back to the library. Well, library. Uh, brain's not working. Go to the lift that leads to where the boat is. Get on the boat, and he can drive you guys to the pier. And because Ren does have the telekinesis levitation flight ability, can fly to the pier. Uh, and because technically Ren is closer, Ren will be getting to the pier a wee bit before the boat does because of distance. Uh, so after a moment of you waiting at the pier, you can see a cutter show up, and on part of the cutter you can see two familiar faces, uh, which my brain just farted, which is Shiro and Darkseid. Shiro's another hero you occasionally worked with.
How come you keep calling me Dark Side?
Because you have Dark in your name, and Tide side. And brain fart. My brain doesn't want to say Tide; it wants to say side. Uh, but the boat can easily pull up, and now you guys get to act verbally to one another. What are the words that I choose to say?
Ren, this is Captain Sewer.
As he
He
pops up and
is
goes,
not smelly.
uh,
He is what?
His name is unfortunate.
this,
Hello.
he says, "Hello. What do you
Captain
mean?
Sewer,
Well, what do you
Ren.
mean not
Ren,
smelly?
Captain
By the
Sewer.
way, are you trying to say something about me?
I
I
feel
have
like
my.
it's slightly insulting.
I,
I'm a little hurt right now. Uh, but do you levitate yourself onto the boat?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I might have been a little bit cooler and pretended to walk on water for a second.
Those cool guys don't look at explosions. But as you get on, he does hand you a comm link. And he goes, this is so that way we can get in communication with you, whether or not you want to use your telepathic abilities or not. But that still lets us contact you when we need to, so you don't have to strain your mental capacities constantly. But back to,
Okay, I used the comm link.
what is it?
I'm gonna
He
put it
goes,
on.
now back. I was gonna say something serial related, but you guys are already apparently think I smell. Um, but he does hop into the helm and take the boat to the dock that leads to his base, where you guys can easily get to the left and then go down into the base. That uh, is like I told them, it's hidden. Uh, and he does show you some of the cool stuff. Like how there's communication systems, computers, fire prevention system, living space. It has some power system, security system stuff. So that way, it's like he goes, yeah, we can live here. Uh, because it does help with bills. Um, you're already using one of my spare com links, but if you but like I said, if one of you guys want, you guys can use my spare multi tool. I have a spare night vision goggles. I have two pairs of spare gas masks. I do have two restraints, so if one of you guys want to hold on to one, you can.
I
Uh,
don't need assistance with strength, so I think I'm good.
yeah. It's like I carry like I told him, I carry a GPS, binoculars, lock release gun. I have a camera, video camera, and a med kit. So I have a bunch of random stuff. I do plan on in the future trying to get some more stuff uh, for us. Um, but you guys feel comfortable. I do got some snacks and stuff so you guys can eat if you want something less snackish and more mealy, so you can make yourself a sandwich. I'm gonna go check the my computer systems to see if there's any crimes or anything we can stop. Um, but yes, our hero syndicate is getting stronger. And he
That
happily
doesn't sound ominous at all.
No, but I like the name Hero Syndicate.
he does happily start off the computer center. Is there any questions and or information any of you want to share with anyone else?
No, I'm just quietly listening in conversation.
So what have you
I'm
been up
looking
to?
around and becoming familiar with the space.
Uh, the thing you can note, and this is somewhat funny, is that yeah, you guys are obviously underwater. There's several viewpoint things where you can actually see into the ocean. But a thing you can notice, and and Dark Tide and Shiro are kind of just going, huh? Because they just realized this is the general theme of the architecture is reminiscent of being in a sewer system, as in the pipe, like how the pipes and stuff are aligned, how the general architecture and stuff looks and feels. It's kind of like this place was modeled after a sewer junction. So even though you know you're not in the sewers or anything, it has that feeling that you are. Except it smells nice and it's clean.
Yes.
I do not understand, Shiro, why there are so many other things he could have modeled this after.
Yeah, but it kind of looks
Yeah.
like he took the name Captain Sewers a little too much to the heart. Uh, but after a few minutes, he does pop up and goes, "Okay, guys, I got good news. We have a bad guy to go defeat. You ready?"
Yeah. Let's do
This
this.
is
To the Sewer Patrol. Yes, that's what I call my boat. Leave it alone. I'm working on the name.
That's
Uh,
okay. I thought you were calling us the sewer patrol, and I would have had more issues with that.
that would have been hilarious. Uh, but Hero Syndicate might end up being the group's actual hero name. But no, you guys can easily get to where the boat is. and so you guys can all hop on, and he can easily take you guys to the pier where he can drop off Shiro. So Shiro can go get his bike, and
You
he does go, okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna send the coordinates to your guys's, excuse me, comms, so you guys can go get there. I'm going to go back and use my computer systems and stuff to help you guys triangulate and defeat the bad guy. If you actually need me, don't be afraid to say, "Hey, Captain Sewer, come save us." But I
Yeah.
highly doubt you're going to need me to save you because I trust in your guys' ability to kick butt and take names.
yes.
But the he typed message into the phone saying, "Okay, this is where the report said the bad guy was last. So you guys just go ahead and go there. I'll try to triangulate if he to see if the bad guy is still there or not." Do you guys take off in that direction?
Where exactly are we supposed to be going?
Uh, Location blah of Gotham. Map here. This is the right section. Von Gruwald, Gruwald Tower.
And fly.
Uh, Almighty Ren, do you also take off with your amazing flying ability?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you also take off flying with your amazing flying ability?
Yes, I do.
Leaving Shiro to hop on his bike and attempt to follow you guys, but unlike you guys, he's stuck on the ground. So it means you guys are going to get there a few moments before he does.
Phew.
Uh, does both you guys fly at 60 miles an hour and can go straight there while he has to break traffic laws to catch up? But as you guys get
I
to
mean, if it
the
wasn't for the fact, sorry, if it wasn't for the fact that he had a bike, couldn't I bring him with me?
if you really want to, you can. So
Well, then I
unless
guess it's up to you.
Shuro really wants to use his bike, you can fly him. Shuro, do you really want to ride your bike, or are you okay with Ren picking you up and flying off with you?
Uh, hmm.
I mean, if you really want your bike, I can pick it up and take it with me.
I could
No,
just bring the bike with me too, probably.
Uh,
no.
no, it's one of those vice versa things. Just you have to choose what you're holding on to. Does your
Of course.
levitation ability isn't I touch and levitate because it doesn't affect other things. It has its own weight limitations.
Of
So
course.
either you're grabbing the bike and trying your best to hold to keep your grip on it as you fly, or him. He's gonna be easier because he can hold on to you too.
Yeah,
But
I'll leave my bike here at the dock
so you
and
guys
go
can
with
all
her.
fly together. Welcome to the
Super
airport of
heroic.
flying.
I think it's good to keep in mind from like here on out that we can specifically use that for like seriously emergent situations too.
Yes.
So like if there's a preference and it's not the most pressing matter in the world, absolutely take the bike. But if it's like uh things are going down right now at this moment and it's just catastrophically going on and we don't have time to wait for a bike, then I can be like, ah yes, let's go.
Sort of like now.
Yeah.
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 Because you can easily pick him up and just woo. It doesn't take you guys very long to get to the location where you can see that there is some people trying to hide. There appears to be some damage to the road, sidewalk, and several vehicles that looks suspicious.
Suspicious how?
Uh, it's not like someone smashed into it and stuff. The vehicles look awkward. If you guys want, you can do an investigation check. Uh,
Yes. Investigate.
Shuro has a 6. Dark Tide has a 1. And Ren has a 2. Ren, do you need me to roll for you?
Yes, I think so, but I was looking for where you found the investigation bonus.
It's uh you have to scroll down. This is the skill list is the second to last page. And investigation, you have
Okay,
a 2.
okay, I see.
Which uh I don't know why it's having that twice. Uh Dark Tide got a well, this is somewhat funny because Dark Tide and Shuro both got a 9. And this rolling on behalf of Ren. Ren got an 11. Uh, the general stuff is noting that all three of you get is the cars. The paint seems to be like the paint was removed. Uh, and it does look like some sort of erosion happened to some of the cars and the road, while Ren is able to slightly better point out that the erosion was most likely caused by some sort of acidic substance because you're pretty sure that it's an acidic effect that hit them. And also at this moment, Ren can pick up that uh, that beneath the party, most likely in part of the sewer system, you can pick up a presence. You can tell there's some sort of mental capacity there, but at the same time you can't feel it. You can touch it or anything like that.
Okay, so like they're kind of too far away.
No, like their mind is closed off.
Okay. Oh, so
Like
they're protecting themselves. Okay, okay.
it's like there's some sort of thought going on, but that's all you can really get. And you can tell that um, whatever it is heading for the manhole cover, not too far from you guys, like it's going to be making an appearance. Do you inform the
Okay,
other
so
two?
Yes, I'm going to tell the other two where it's coming from and what I think is happening, and I'm going to tell them, go over there. I will meet you there in a moment. Let me get these people out of here.
So you start getting
First
people to
person
leave.
or third person?
Yes, I start getting them to evacuate, and in all seriousness, if they start resisting, I just pick them up and move them. Like, go, 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 get out of here, go. And anyone that is in need of assistance, small children, elderly, da da da, is just pick up, push, push, out, go, away. Get out of here. It's dangerous.
So you start saying it's dangerous. You start pushing them out. And what are the exact words you tell both of them again?
That I picked up or sensed. I've picked up or sensed a presence over at this particular manhole. It seems like it may be approaching. Go there. I will join you soon. I'm evacuating these people now. Go be prepared.
I will pull my sword and float over there.
That
Shiro,
sounds funny.
I'll pull out my gun and go over there.
your revolver.
Yeah.
One guy's like, I'm floating with a sword. The other one's like, pulls out a revolver. You feel lucky, punk.
I was gonna say I shoot warning shots into the air to get people to leave, but then I was like, then they'll call the police, and then they'll say, "Wild gunmen."
No, but
Let's
after,
not induce panic. I think they're already scared.
yeah, um, but when you are successfully getting people to vacate, because they obviously don't want to be there, and they feel compelled not to fight you on that. Uh, and after a moment, the where the sewer, where the manhole cover is, you guys can see going through some of the openings and cracks is this weird blubber stuff starts to ooze out and then starts to not necessarily take an actual shape, but there's this weird blob thing that just pretty much oozes its way out from the sewer, and it takes up a large chunk of the road. By large chunk, because of just how big it is. As I open the. Okay, I have no idea what I did. I did that. The entity takes up roughly 30 feet of space. So it is a big blob. At this point, we will be going into initiatives. Excuse me. Shuro, you have a +5. Uh, Tide has a +6.
What is up with this, Shiro?
Okay, there's a moment on Ren's behalf. This is this is hilarious because the
I'm sorry, I have not had food.
We're
Apologies.
twinsies. Oh, jeez.
well that
Just taking care of them. Sorry.
yeah uh it's gonna be Dark, Shiro, Ren, and then Blob, because the Blob got a total of 4. Uh, Dark, do you swing at it?
Yes, I am going to swing at the blob because, um, if anything, I can slice through it and it gets hurt.
You think?
I
Okay.
hope.
Uh, well, yeah, you do have a +10 to hit. Its dodge, well, its dodge, its parry is only this. I'll wait till after you go boom. Oh, that's not what I meant. Haha! You managed to score a hit. I'm double checking something real quick because I gotta make sure this works. Okay, I got good news and bad news. The good news is it got a total of a 15 versus your 25, which means it failed by 10. So, it is dazed. So on its turn, it's limited to one action. Because it failed by 2 degrees. But the bad news is, can you make me a toughness check, please? Because I'm happy that you have a +10 to this. And you get a 14. Double checking this. You you barely failed that.
Of course I did.
As you're hit it, uh it has a reaction effect that causes damage to anything that hits it. Or actually touches it, to be in fact, to be more accurate. So as like you're hitting it with your sword, uh, you get burnt by it because it's pretty much a big blob of acid.
Yay, splash damage.
Yeah. Shuro, it is your turn to shoot it.
Okay.
You do
I
have
have a
a
plus
yes, you have a +13. Before rolling, are you doing the concentrated multi attack on it?
Yeah.
Roll, please. Just okay. I don't. Okay, now boom. Okay, you beat it by 7 whole points, which is 2 degrees of hitting, which means you get a +2 to damage.
What's damage for the revolver?
Well, give me a moment. The DC is a 20.
DC 20.
It's not something you roll for.
Oh, okay.
It's already taken some damage, so I roll that. It failed by 1 degree. So it does take some damage as it boom. Uh, let's go see. Uh, Almighty Ren. Uh, do you keep attempting to get people out of there, or do you want to attempt to mental blast it?
I mean, everybody should be on their way out of the area, right? That's what you
Technically,
said
yeah.
last
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit ago. Okay. I guess I can attempt mental blasting it. I don't know how much that'll do to
A blob.
a blob, yeah. But I guess if I sense some sort of mental presence, then yeah, I'll take that. I'll do that.
There's no rolling for your to hit because it's perception based, so you just look at it. You're like, take that, blob. Uh, double checking a few things because I'm trying to be accurate. Okay, it is now the blob's turn. The blob is going to attempt to smack, dun dun dun, Dark Tide. Wow. Wow. I'm pretty sure this missed. Because you have a parry of +10. Um so I I'm 100% sure this completely totally missed. But you still
I need
have
to
to
roll.
roll Dark Tide. You completely and totally dodged like it didn't even attempt to swing at you because there's a 20-point difference in what it got and what you got. Which then puts it back to the top to you. Do you swing at it?
Yes.
Uh because this is an important action because you feel perfectly safe on uh dodging it because remember you have multiple because you have the right advantages. You can do a defensive all-out attack, which lowers the DC to increase your defense, or you can do a defensive power attack that gives you only a +0 to hit, but increases the DC to 5 while still increasing your defense. You can do a power attack that turns your +10 to a 5 and your DC from a 25 to a 30. So you can go for
Power
out,
attack the thing.
yeah, just a power attack. So you get a +5, which is funny because it's parry. You smack it because it has does even with power attack, you still have a better odds at hitting it. And your DC is a 30. Because it's taking damage and it doesn't have a healing factor, it only gets a +6, which gives it a total of 14. 30 minus 14 is 16. You have officially incapacitated the blob.
Better than getting beat by a Mack truck.
You do because it's still reactionary. Uh, you still have to do a toughness check. First, it's reactive damage, which because you've oh excuse me, at the moment because you failed last time, you have a +9. Which still gives you a good chance of passing. And you passed. But the blob seems to because it's now fully incapacitated. You guys can notice that it's losing its shape and form and kind of just like melting. Some of it does leak back into the sewer. The rest of it kind of just like spreads out, burns some of the road and stuff. It is slow enough for you guys to somewhat avoid being stuck in any of it. But you guys have successfully beat a blob.
Nice.
So you guys do feel
Well, I'm
somewhat
going to
excited about that.
actually, and I'm going to call Captain Sewer.
He goes, yes.
Captain Sewer, it was a blob of acid
Oh, that's
that came from the top. Do you know what makes those, or where they come from, or how, or do
uh
we have to go into yours to find the source?
you're going to have to do better investigation in the source because depending on what caused it, it there's too many things that could cause a blob to appear. They are common to appear in the sewers due to weird stuff that happens in the sewers, especially Gotham sewers. Uh, but there is another problem I'm going to need you guys to look into because uh, there is a. You guys may or may not like this, but how do you guys deal with bugs?
I kill him.
Bugs can be chopped in half.
Well, with that mindset, you guys need to quickly get to Cord Tower because there's bugs in the lower basement. So please get there as quickly as possible.
Cord Tower?
So I grab Shiro and we head off.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cord with a K, not C.
Okay, fly.
I just want to. Yeah.
We know where all these landmarks are, yes?
Yeah, because they're big towers.
Okay.
It's also not that far from where you guys actually are. It's several city blocks away. It's like six or seven city blocks away. Doesn't take you guys long to get there. You can see that the building's already being evacuated by security. And one of the guys sees you guys landing, runs over and goes, "Oh, thank God, heroes are here to help us. Help us." In the some of our subfloors, there's these big bugs that came out of nowhere, started trying to eat people. I can get you
What
guys
type
down in
of
there.
bug? What type of bug?
Uh,
Is
I'm
it
not a bug
ant
person.
or
All I
roach?
know is they're big and ugly.
Do they have? Okay,
So
we will follow you.
follow me. The security guy takes you guys to one of the service elevators, takes you down a few floors, and as the door opens, a big big bug pops out and I mean pretty much pops up right there. Uh, Meaning we have to do another initiative. Ren has a 1. And what the hell is up with this bot today? The bugs have a 1. I don't think the bot really wants you guys to succeed just on, or never mind because
Both Shiro and I have a 5. Yes,
You have
uh
a 6.
I was 6.
double checking. Yeah, you have a 6. Cheryl has a 5.
Okay.
Ren has a 1. Okay, it's funny. It's Shiro Dark. As I misspelled dark on this thing I'm using to keep initiative. Bug, then red. I have a feeling this is not going to be red season. Uh, but Shuro, the bug is right there. Do you shoot it?
Is there multiple bugs?
At the moment, you can only see one bug.
All right, I shoot it then.
Are you doing multi-attack shoot?
Uh,
It helps with
what's
damage.
the? I forget what's the. Huh?
It if you're targeting a single target with it, it helps with damage.
Okay, I do
Depending
that.
on the degree of success you have at hitting it, depends on if it's a +2 or, a +2 or a +5 to the DC.
Okay. No, I was just
If
wondering.
you're trying to hit multiple targets, um, you get multiple die rolls against each one with a increasing penalty, well, a cumulative increased penalty per one after the first one.
Okay. All right, I'm shooting.
Okay. Uh, you have a +13, and I got a
Ooh,
total of
is that?
six.
Wait, I had.
No, you're if it's a 15 or higher, it counts as a critical.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Not an auto hit critical, but a critical.
Yeah.
But there is a 21-degree difference between what you got and what it got, which means your DC goes from a 20 to a 25.
Hmm.
The bug only has a +5. There is a 12-point difference, which means it got stunned, so it got denied its turn. But now we go to Dark Tide, to where he can swing to hit it. Do you swing at it?
Swinging.
Does you didn't hear anything else? It's a normal swing. I got a 3, which means you did hit it. It would normally have a +5, but it failed that. So it only gets a 4. You normally have a 25. It failed by 2 degrees. Well, yeah, by 10, which is 2 degrees, which means it boom. It's denied its action. Uh, Ren. Do you want my recommendation?
You said it's denied its action. Why do you
Well,
say that?
it's if a target well, if someone fails a damage check by 3 degrees, which is 11 to 15, they're considered stunned, which means they lose their entire turn. They can't attack on their turn. They can't move on their turn. They're not defenseless,
Okay.
but they can't do anything. So,
Okay.
because
Well,
of Dark Tide, it's stunned. Because of Shiro, it's dazed. So, it's definitely not being able to do anything this turn. Do you want
okay.
my recommendation?
Yes.
Because of how much weight you can actually move, if you successfully uh, manage to snag it with your telekinesis, you can have it float in the air. Meaning it can't go anywhere, so it can't run away or move to try to go after someone other than whoever is next to it. Because it can still try to attack who's next to it, but you can still go, haha, you're not getting away. if you manage to hit it with your grab. You do have a
Okay.
+10.
Well, then that sounds like a plan.
That's a nat 20 to hit it, which by the rolls adds a +5 to the effect rank of it. You normally can does if I go back to here, the normal weight allowance you have is normally a lot, but you have additional bonuses to it. So yeah, you grab it. It does not have the strength to counteract your grab it normally.
What damage
And
does it so far? Because we
both.
haven't been rolling for damage.
Well, remember it rolls against the DC. So your 25 caused it to get stunned, and Shiro's 20 caused it to get dazed. Because you have to remember with this system, it's damage is unless otherwise noticed, damage is stagnant. You don't roll for it. It's rolled against. Like when
Okay, so
like when you were rolling against the acid effects of the blob. Its damage doesn't go up and down based on any die roll. Does it stagnant? Your bonus to toughness was used against it.
okay, so how damaged does it look?
Uh, well, it's only taken 2 points of damage to its toughness, but because of you, it lost its entire turn. So, just remember, this system doesn't actually have hit points or anything like that. I know it's been a long time.
It has.
Shuro, it is your turn to shoot at it again. You still use your multi attack.
Yes, I do.
Oh God, play hell! I accidentally closed a book that I wasn't supposed to close. Went to click on it and accidentally closed it. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, crit.
Uh, well, it gets a plus 3. You definitely hit. Uh, with a with a 23-point difference. So it's not only a crit, but you over succeeded it. So the DC is not 20, it's 30. And because it previously took 2 hits, it's out of that. So it got a 14-point difference. So I rolled just high enough for it to not be incapacitated, but it is stun locked again.
Oh, good.
Go ahead and roll your to hit.
We are power attacking.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
you horrifically missed.
That's
It's
like
stun
getting
locked. And Ren, do you maintain your hold on it?
Yes, I do.
So it's not going anywhere, and it's horrifically stun locked. So Shuro, shoot it again, please. There's a 15-point difference, so your multi attack is definitely hitting it. Turning it from a DC 20 to 25. It only has a +2. And it failed by 5, meaning it's not stunned nor dazed at the moment, but it still got 1 point of boom. Dark Tide, you swing at it.
Yes, I am going to swing.
Let's see if
because-
you hit it. Does your power attack of +5? Come on.
Oh no, normal attack.
So you go
'cause
for the +10.
I
Well,
think
you
that was a good
hit.
idea.
Well, I mean, if you look at the result, the power attack still would have hit it.
Okay.
But you didn't do a power attack, so nan and a boo boo. So it has to roll against a 25, and 25 minus 7 is 18, which is 4 degrees of failure. You have successfully defeated the bug.
One
Wait.
tough cookie.
Yay!
Uh,
I
I should probably
Sure.
release it.
pretty much drop the body on there, just
Wait.
you don't have the right effects at the moment to use it as a weapon.
Picking the bug up was very intelligent,
Funny.
Ren. Now, can you do this with multiple bugs?
One at a
don't
time.
know. Yeah.
At the moment, it's one at a time.
I was waiting for Ren to say that.
Well, I was letting her know that.
Yeah, because my response was, I don't know, so.
If you
Ah.
guys want, you can roll an intellect check to try to identify the bug. Darktide has a 1. Shiro has a 0. And, and Bren has a 2. Ren was able to identify it. It is a giant termite.
An
So-
exterminator's worst nightmare, you mean?
Yeah, termites. Do you guys move into the stub floor now?
Yes. Might as well move forward.
As you guys can see, that several people were not as lucky as others because they look like they've been bugified because they're now
munched on.
And as you guys are moving forward you're able to, in one of the rooms, find a gruesome scene that somewhat terrifies you. Some of the bodies of some of the workers are horrifically disformed. And as you guys can clearly see, the disformities are similar to that of termites, like someone attempted to turn people into termites.
Oh.
So you didn't
That's
just
not
fight a bug,
unsettling
you
at
fought a
all.
person that used to be a bug.
A person that used to be a bug or a bug that used to be a person?
Well, sorry, yeah, a bug that used to be a person. And at this
How
moment,
does
a trio of bugs appear. Since not enough time has passed to end the initial initiative, the initial order is still being kept, with Shiro going first. There is 3 bugs. You can multi-fire to attempt to hit all 3 of them, or you can focus fire on one to hopefully you stun lock it.
I'm gonna shoot. Try to shoot 3 of them.
Okay, you get 3 rolls. First one at is +13, second at a 12, and then third at an 11.
Okay.
So your first one hit. Second one hit. Ah, ties go defender. So two of them hit. Uh, damage on first one. Oh, he actually passed. Absolutely nothing happened to him because he passed. Second one, same thing. Because apparently the dice spot doesn't want you to have any success right now. Just like da 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 da, and two of the bullets seem to ricochet off the other one. Dark Tide. Do you run up and swing at one?
I will. I will do that.
Uh,
It will be a
do you want to risk a defensive power attack or just a normal defensive attack?
I will do normal defensive.
Okay, you have a +5 to hit, but your defenses will turn from 10s to 15s. You missed.
I did.
It's their turn. Since you're right there, all three of them are going to attempt to bite you. Lucky for you, you have a +15 to dodging, which means there's a very good chance that you will be able to dodge their attacks. Okay, I almost put in the wrong one. Oh no, I didn't. First bite missed. Oh, there's a chance the second one hit. It's low, but there's a chance. You have to roll against the second one now.
Wait, but I got a 25. Oh, it's
First,
per
the
one.
first
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
You definitely missed. The last one. Good. You don't even have to roll, because even if you roll a 1, which turns a 16 into an 11, so like your absolute minimum. Yeah. Okay, Ren, if you want, you can attempt to snag one and then move it away from Dark Tide, so that way he's only fighting 2.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay. Oh, you snagged it and are able to use your move object to move it away. So Dark Tide is only going to be fighting 2 of them. It goes to the top to Shiro. You can focus fire on one or attempt to hit all 3 again.
Try to hit all three again.
What one are you starting with?
The one that's floating.
The one that is floating. Remember, you get a 13 with this one. Oh, that hit. Oh, that one definitely hit. Remember, this last one is... Okay, boom. Boom. All 3 hits. Double checking their toughness. Okay, because they're all... Don't have a damage on them right now. The first one failed by 2 degrees. Which means it's take 1 and dazed. And that was the first one, which that's already been removed because of her. That one only failed by 5, so it takes 1 damage. The last one, I almost put in the wrong modifier. Also failed by 1 degree. Dark Tide. He successfully shot the 2 in front of you. You can
Oh,
swing.
good.
Um,
I'm going to swing at the one on the left because that's who I've been
mhm.
focusing on.
Uh, and are you still doing your defensive attack?
Defensively, yes. Well,
Die goes to defender.
never mind.
Um, it's bug one is like I'm being floated away from here. But bug number two is going to try to bite you. You have a plus 15 dark tide. Tie goes to defender. The second one. Yeah, you horrific. Well, you successfully dodged. Like, yeah, it's going out of style. Ren, you're maintaining the your telekinesis, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Shuro, you can attempt to shoot all three of them again or focus fire.
uh, I'm gonna focus fire on the one he's not fighting.
Okay, the one on the right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you get. Wow, you succeed by 20 whole points. Which means the DC becomes a 25. So even though it gets a bonus, oh, actually no, I have to minus one off that, so it's actually 13. There's a 12-point difference, which means it's boom and stun because it's or that boom. Dark side, well, dark tide. Uh,
Defensively.
it's going to attempt to dodge. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it yeah, it failed to dodge, which does because it rolled a one. It's goes from a +4 to its toughness to a -1 because it critically failed. And I did not do math correctly on that, so I have to get rid of those real quick.
Wow. Oh wait.
Oh, it's so lucky.
Wow, what are the odds?
Well, it's still a DC 25, so it failed by exactly 6 points. Oh well, yeah, yeah. So, even though it critically failed to dodge, yeah, you managed to damage it. Uh, it is their turn. Bug one is still going. "Eh." Bug two is free to try to bite you. So roll your 15, please. It missed. Bug three is been stun locked by Shuro. Ren is still maintaining her grab, which is completely totally removing that bug from combat still. You know, I'm actually happy you chose that archetype because you're literally just denying a bad guy the ability to do anything right now, which is funny. Shuro, you want to shoot at each one again, or shoot at each one, or do you want to continue focus fire on bug three?
Bug 3. Oh, crit.
Oh, that's a crit, and you succeeded by 11, which means it's not a DC. It's not DC 20. It's a DC 25 because of the critical, and it becomes DC 30 because of what you rolled, and it failed by 29 degrees. You obliterate bug number 3.
He's covered in goo.
Just uh
Storm Shape
Dark
Troopers.
Tide. There's one bug in front of you left. Left.
I'm hitting it defensively.
Roll your plus 15, please.
I critically
Ho ho.
get out of the way.
Uh, yeah, but that means it's a DC 30 to your to hit. Well, DC 30 to the DC, which it also failed by 23. So you managed to splat that bug. The last remaining bug is still sitting there trying to swim towards you through the air, but can't because Rin is sitting there with a smirk going, haha, got you, biatch. I think I know what we're going to do when, once we hit the maintenance episode. Because that will make Ren super, super freaking effective. Even more effective than what Ren already is. Because Ren's maintaining that. Shuro, there's only one bug left.
Focus fire on that.
Well, you rolled with a 13 for a total of 20. And I got a 21. You somehow managed to completely miss it. Dark Tide, do you move up and swing at it?
I do, and I am
Definitely
powering.
feels lucky.
I am doing the power thing.
So you're swinging with a +5?
No, it's a plus. Oh, yeah.
Well, if you're doing the defensive power attack, it's +0. Normal
No,
power
this
attack
is
is a
regular
+5.
power attack.
Yeah. You hit, which means it has a DC 30 to beat. And despite rolling high, it failed by 2 degrees, which means it's boom and still boom. Because you're right, there the bug still gets its days. It still gets one attack against you, which it's most likely going to miss because you have a +10, which becomes it missed. Ren still keeping it there. Shiro, roll to hit, please. You got a total. You hit, and that's 3 degrees of success, so it needs to beat a 25. Uh, It is done and failed. Dark Tide. Roll to hit, please.
Power attacking.
Okay. Okay, Dicebot. Please tell me his number because I don't see him typing anymore.
I got a 24.
Oh no, sorry, it's right there. It's 24. My brain stopped working. I got a 6. You got a 24. Which actually, I want to check something real quick with you. Oh, that's a critical too. Because you got a 19. So that's a DC
All right.
30. It only has a +2. It failed by 18 points. It is incapacitated. You have defeated the bog.
You may drop the bug, Ren.
Okay. Do you guys search the rest of the sub basements?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys can discover that you've defeated what few bugs there were. You're able to find evidence that several more people weren't able to get away from the bugs, and several people are have been partially morphed into the bugs. Some dead, some in agonizing pain.
I mercy
Uh,
kill them.
so you
If
just
they're in agonizing pain.
so you
If
just
they're
walk
in
up and start
agonizing pain
capping
and start,
people. Uh,
if they
Are they
start,
still alive?
well,
if
both
they are
of
in
you
agonizing
notice him.
pain
He
and
just like
transform,
pops
I'm
a
gonna
guy
mercy kill 'em.
suffering.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
they can't be transformed back, as far as I know, and they're suffering.
You
It's
don't
called
know that.
mercy killing.
I think we found our anti-hero of the group.
Yeah, I don't have any input on this. Like, now that like I'm not physically or psychically able to do anything to this particular gentleman outside of maybe do telepathic illusion and try to give him some peace or allow him to not feel pain in his passing. If I can do that, I'll do that. But otherwise, like I'm not going to end his misery in any other way.
Well, you because you can still feel and do stuff with their minds. You can um use your uh telepathy to does it targets all of their senses that can also be pain. So you can hit just go around hitting people so that way they feel that they're in some other type of condition other than agonizing pain.
Yeah.
Uh,
I am willing to do that, especially if they are actively passing, but they're in pain. Like if there's something we can do to assist, stop it, then I'm okay with taking away the pain in whatever way I find.
well, right now you're successfully able to take away their pain by illusioning stuff. Dark Tide, are you
Yeah,
going to stop Shuro from
yeah,
walk?
I'm definitely walking over, or yeah, I'm walking over and grabbing his gun hand. You have no idea whether or not they can be saved.
Do you know anybody that can save them?
We can ask, or we can talk to the Justice League, but they are, but just outright killing them is absolutely wrong. They might be able to be saved.
While they still suffer in agonizing pain?
They are
Would you
still
want to
alive.
live through that kind of hell?
Alleviated the pain effect for
But
now.
Well,
we can only do it for so long, and only to one person, as far as I know.
well, she's the few people are there. You see her concentrate on one at a time, but she's able to but they all go from agonizing pain to a more calm, blissful state.
Captain Sewer, come in.
Yes, I'm. There's some static because of the stub basement interference.
We have defeated the bugs. They were people that have been turned into termites.
That's bad.
And as
Yes,
far as we know, that they can still be transforming while in agonizing pain. We don't know if they're going to continue transforming or not.
Well,
that is besides the point.
over the comms, Captain Sewer goes, well, we have limited options. You can wait there until the police can show up to try to contain the problem, or you can just leave and let what happens happens because there is police that are securing the outside of the building right now. They haven't gone in yet because you guys haven't showed up to say that it's good to go down there or not.
I could
Uh,
call the Justice League.
well, you do have one of their comms. You can contact them. They can
Too.
probably send someone to come help, or at least take control of the situation so you guys can come back to the boat.
I would rather the Justice League figure out what is going to happen. They have magic people and such.
They have more resources than us, so let's bond this off on them.
Yes.
Mm.
Switch communicators. Justice League of America, please come in.
After a moment, you can hear, "Yes, Dark Tide."
I am at Cord Tower in a sub basement where people were being turned into termites. There are
Giant
still
termites.
termites. There are still termites. People that have not been totally turned into termites still alive, and I was hoping that you would be able to come take over take over the situation and be able to help these people.
Okay, there is several leaguers en route. Uh, for the moment, if you don't want to stay there, let the police handle it. Once the leaguers get there, they'll take it off their hands. Thank you for your assistance.
And see, we are no longer responsible for the suffering of these people.
Mm.
And I will start walking towards the exit.
I'm not leaving until they get here because the moment I leave, the effects that I've given them probably will dissipate, and I'm not comfortable with that.
It's really hard to hear you, Ren.
Sorry, I transferred over to my earbuds. I said, I'm not going to leave until one of those other leaguers get here because I'm sure that the moment that I leave, the effects that I've provided will dissipate, and I'm not comfortable with that.
I'm at least going to let the police know that the situation has been.
Okay, so
Or
you're
explain the situation to them.
so you're able to get a service elevator. Ren's staying there. Shiro, are you going with Dark Tide or are you staying there with Ren?
I'm gonna just make sure that and stay there with Ren to make sure if
That
uh
Ren is safe.
yeah,
Okay.
in case they turn into bugs while in a blissful state.
Okay. You can easily get an elevator, go up. Uh, or you can exit the elevator, and in the lobby there's a SWAT team waiting. Dog, I see you. Calm down a bit.
The sub basement. The sub basement is the the people that were suffering or could be suffering are. Ren and Shiro are still there in case anything happens.
Okay.
But the situation is under control, and there are Justice League superheroes coming.
Okay. While he's gone, is there anyone doing anything quasi troublesome while he's gone?
No.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, the SWAT people do go down to So they say they did something. Uh, After a little bit time goes by, several random nondescript leaguers do show up to take control of the scene, letting you guys leave and return back to the boat. Or in this case, because you don't need to return to the boat, you guys can simply fly back to your base because you can carry
Yes, fly.
Shuro. You
That
guys,
is helpful.
yeah, it is helpful
Yep.
because it also means that Captain Sewer doesn't actually need to leave his equipment station to drop you guys off or pick you guys up because he can keep track of the situation constantly, so he can provide better support.
Yeah.
Doesn't take you guys very long to uh, get there because, well, you guys fly relatively fast. Where Captain Sewer just go, yes, our first successful day of beating bad guys. I got I got some good news and some bad news.
Good news.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
well, you guys have made the news.
We have.
Uh, yes, as the heroes that helped fight off a blob monster and helped save people in Gord Tower. Uh, so it's like, yay, we got some publicity. Um, so it's always good. Uh, the police and stuff haven't done any statements yet, so it's like, yay. Uh, so we are getting somewhat famous as heroes who still have our powers. Uh, the bad news is we gotta somehow rapidly get a lot more people so we can respond to areas a lot quicker. Because there's massive problems happening, not just here in Gotham, but in a lot of other places. There's thankfully there's still some leaguers and the police are doing their best at the moment. But there's a chance the National Guard's gonna be called in because there was more than one blob attack. Yeah. There was
Where were the other?
three other attacks.
Are you about to turn us into recruiters for the Captain Sewer / Justice League initiative?
He's like,
We are the Hero Syndicate.
we are the Hero Syndicate. Syndicate of heroes.
Yes.
We're not no Justice League. We're a syndicate. Because we're cooler.
Much cooler.
And he's like,
Recruiters for the Hero Syndicate. Apologies.
yeah. It's like, having more members for our syndicate would be important and good, but at the same time, we gotta be picky with who we invite to our inner circle. Because if we invite the wrong person, that could end our syndicate from the inside out. Because the Justice League has had to boot people before for some of their not so goodness. I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm gonna state it now. If you guys decide to like, hey, here's a hero we want to get involved. If I don't like them, they're not coming to my base. Because
Well,
I spent a
there is
lot of
always.
money on this base.
What about Shadow? Do you like Shadow?
I was like, yeah. If you remember, I've worked with you in Shadow before. She's a cool diva.
All right. Well then.
So like, out there is some random people I'm okay with, but don't just go around just randomly going, hey, you're a super, come join us. Let's not do that randomness, okay? Let's
Yes.
be cautious. Ask questions. Be inquisitive. Uh, But I also got more bad news though.
Yes.
It's not just giant termites we're gonna have to start dealing with. A
Blobs as well.
Well, no, I said there's several blobs that showed up. Um, in one of the parks, there was a big scorpion. Uh, yeah, yeah, I don't recommend watching that footage because a person turned into it. Uh, there was some big bees.
Wait, how are these people being turned into insects?
I don't know yet. I don't have the proper lab equipment to figure that out.
Maybe we
Uh,
get more
I
lab.
would say if they were turning
Or
into monkeys or gorillas, that would be Gorilla Grodd, but I don't think we have to worry about
yeah.
that right now.
But it's not consistently just one location or one type of bug. There's just random bugs, just people just turning into bugs. I suspect that it does have something to do with whatever went around sapping people of powers. Because it's pretty weird that a lot of people suddenly started losing their powers and stuff. And now there's people turning into things. So whoever this mad scientist is that said that he's going to you know, reset the clock, I'm pretty sure he's doing a pretty good job of it.
do we have a recording of this person?
The recording I have is what he broadcasted to the news.
All right, I do remember this.
Yeah. Um and it's been verified that several heroes no longer, well, not several villains also no longer have their weirdness. Uh
Which, which is a good thing, I believe.
oh, it's a wonderful thing
But
because
if
it's
we
like,
return
yay.
these superpowers, if we return the superpowers to these superheroes, does this mean that the villains will return to their weirdness?
Well, if we manage to figure out what caused it, we can probably figure out what we can do to stop it. But then it becomes an ethical problem. Do we just do it to good guys, or do we discriminate against people who have done villainous things?
Do we know which villains have lost their weirdness?
I have not got an official like how many of them or who, other than small newscast before it was shut down by police over at the asylum, Arkham Asylum, said that a majority of the supervillains being held there are back to normal.
The Joker is normal.
Well, the Joker
Harley
was just
Quinn is
crazy.
not
He
the
didn't have
same.
powers. He was just crazy.
So he is not. So he is still crazy.
Probably, again, it didn't say who or how many, other than a majority of them are back to being people. So, mental stuff aside, a portion of people have been depowered. Uh,
Well, if they escape from Arkham, then they cannot harm you.
if they can escape now. But you guys go ahead, get something to eat, take a shower, and hit the racks. We're most likely gonna have a buggy day tomorrow. And at that note, because we've hit that glorious time meter, we are going to uh, end the game. Uh, Thank you for watching us and joining us for Nightmares of Future Past. Remember to like and subscribe. And remember to join us next week for more Nightmares of Future Past.